Hi, welcome to my allotment update. We're mid-February at the moment, just after mid-February. I've been doing bits and bobs down here. A lot of help from friends, which I'm really grateful for. So yesterday I came down and I've been starting to weed my little soft fruit and brassica cage. I think this year I'll mulch it. I think it was a mistake to sow grass seed in there. You live and you learn. I'll be weeding along here because I've decided to make some little changes on my allotment and closer to the kind of bit more wildflowers, and yeah, just kind of working towards an idea. So I'm going to be expanding quite a few flower beds. We've started dismantling these compost bays. There's fantastic soil in there, which I've put onto this bed here. I'm going to delay the raised bed idea I had because I can't afford the scaffolding. It's going to be about £100 to replace these boards with 3 deep scaffolding boards, which is what I ultimately want, for improving drainage and getting more light to the crops earlier. So that's going to have to wait. But in the meantime, this is going to be my roots bed. So we put lots of compost on there, lots of manure. That's going to be for my greens. Obviously I'm not protecting those ones. They've been there all winter. They're not particularly doing anything. I might lift them and put them in pots while I work on that bed. I'm lifting these bricks, which is the first brick path I made on my allotment. The problem with bricks is that they become really slippy when it gets wet, and especially if there's a bit of mud on them. So I'm going to be replacing them, or just the centre one, with some upcycled slabs. So that'll be easy. I don't concrete them in. Everything is movable. The only concrete I have is for the ends of the polytunnel and the 4 corners of this pergola shelter thing I have here, and all of it is really easy to take up. Nothing's permanent on here, which is how it should be on an allotment, I guess. So really pleased with finally finishing these hedges. Lots more light, lots more sunshine. I'm going to be extending these stepping stones all the way along here and taking out these bricks. I don't know if you can see them, but it's a brick border for my this herbaceous bed. I'll be taking them out and extending this bed all the way to the stepping stones, and I'll also be extending this bed all the way to the stepping stones. So this will just be a little path that you walk through to get to the polytunnel, and I think that's going to be going more towards the kind of gardens I get inspired by. So this is what we've been doing. Still a bit to do, but I'm trying to work with what I have and not get really stressed out about lack of money, lack of access to vehicles, that sort of thing. I just have to, I was taught at university about design, and design is all towards working with your brief, which includes resources, availability of time, energy, all that sort of stuff. So I'm constantly having to adapt my plans to reality, which is not a bad thing. So in here, for the moment, I have this lovely table and chairs, It's a really lovely place to sit in winter. I've got these mini greenhouse ready for the plants I've got started off at home on a heat mat. These are all the perennials that I'm trying to save in here, and once the heavy cold and the soil starts warming up, I'll be potting them outside with a lot more grit in the soil, because my soil here is quite claggy, and a lot of these plants don't like claggy soil, they prefer freer draining soil. So that's one of the reasons I've taken them out, is because I didn't want to lose them over winter, because I lost quite a few plants last winter. A beautiful big rosemary, quite a few lavenders, and I know they get old and you need to replace them, but I really like old plants. I like the form. I don't necessarily need them to be 100% productive all the time. That's just me. So I've ordered a rambling rose for against the fence up there, because I can't keep replacing the camo net, and it's going to go can you see the orange sort of skateboardy thing on the fence? The rose is going to be trained up there, and I also have a mystery rhododendron, which is pretty exciting. I've tried to look up what it could be, and I've got a list of probably 4 that it could be, and they're all fairly small, they're not massive, and it'll probably go in that corner near the rose. And I've got I think it's a hellebore, and again that will be up there as well, because I want to create a lovely little shady garden up in that far corner there, which extends the area that we have to relax and have small events. So all against in that far corner there, I'm moving the compost bays. I'll be putting those 3 plants that I've just showed you along this edge here, along the fence, and I'll be reseeding this grass here, so that'll be a really nice place to sit. This wildflower border, we just need to make this make these cuts a bit safer. My friend did it really quickly and it was very cold, and he's going to come back and make them safer, and we're going to work on this together probably on Friday, all being well, and I'll be digging out the the ground elder. There's lots of wildflower seeds already. I think it's campion and some yarrow. I think there'll be quite a few that will reseed here, which is brilliant. And I will also be trying to choose some more wildflowers to go along here. We dug out these 2 posts that were in postcrete and against that were supporting my sweet peas last year. I'm going to be popping them here just about a foot behind the bath, because I want to get those outdoor showers to warm the water up so that we can use the bath for a longer period. So I'll be filling the those bladders up, or whatever they are, to warm up in the sun, and then I won't have to just rely on a really hot day to enjoy a cool dip, because I'm not expecting the water in them to get as warm as a bath, but you never know. We'll see what happens. Anyway, I just want to extend the amount of time I can use my bath, because I find it incredibly beneficial to my muscles and bones to have a cool dip after hard work on the allotment. And at the moment only 1 person can do it a day, because I fill it up from the tap, and then it needs to warm up all day, because otherwise it's really, I'm not a cold water swimmer, so yeah, if I have those bladders to warm up, then maybe more of us can enjoy the pleasures of bathing outdoors. Let's see what else is going on here. So we have lots of foxgloves coming, an aquilegia, like I said last time, and a thistle. I'm helping my son design and build a new garden, and one of the plants that they didn't need, don't know if you can see it through there, is a beautiful hawthorn. So I've put the hawthorn in this corner here where we took out a sycamore, which was getting massive and shading the allotment really badly, and dropping leaves far and wide to stop anything else growing. So finally managed to get rid of it. So I'm replacing it with this hawthorn, and I will let the hawthorn grow up, and this beautiful wild rose is coming along, so it's going to be a bit of a spiky corner there, but it's all native. Those two will be native plants, so they should thrive in this corner here, and also be a barrier, because I haven't actually got a fence there. So the black currants that I trimmed, I've taken loads and loads of cutting from them, so hopefully these will all strike, and I can give away lots of black currants, and yeah, I think I've got lots. I've struck quite a few in the actual fruit cage as well, so I think I will be able to give quite a few away. I had to take everything out the polytunnel, by the way, because the rats had made a nest in one of my boxes, so I had to clean that out properly, and that's why I've taken everything out. So here you can see I've still got quite a lot of weeding to do. Definitely taking out the big creeping buttercup, and this is a foxglove here, so I'll probably move it. I quite like to put it in a sunny spot in this corner here, because I really do like foxgloves. Fruit cage, everything's budding, and you can see, I'm not sure if you can see, but I've put lots of cuttings of the gorgeous blackcurrant in here as well. See if they're going to strike. The raspberries that I bought last year and got replaced by the nursery, I don't think, I've kind of left some in that seem to have some roots, but mostly they didn't strike, and I'm assuming that's my fault. So in this corner here we've got these gorgeous daffodils just going to be starting to come out. My snowdrops I got from my neighbour George, just starting to come out. Lots of daffodils coming up here, so maybe next year I'll divide the clumps and pop more around my edges, but for the moment I'm just really happy that they're here. There was a clump of some crocosmos which I really don't want, so I dug that up, and I've dug out lots of brambles from this corner. So it's a really nice sunny corner at some parts of the day, so it's opened up a lot more area for growing. This is meant to be kind of a wild woodlandy kind of corner, so I'll be trying to bear that in mind when I choose which plants to put there. So that's all for this mid-February allotment update. Thank you very much for watching. I hope this inspires you to get out every day, and walk, get to know your area, notice all the tiny changes, because it really does help reset your brain, because we're completely overwhelmed at the moment with all sorts of awful things going on, and we really need to reattach ourselves to our local community, our actual reality, rather than social media reality, which is not That's all made up. A lot of it is mostly made up. So yeah, try and get out, try and live a more thoughtful life, hopefully get to know your neighbours, and yeah, just enjoy being outside. Thanks for watching.